Good evening, and thank you for the invitation to come and speak this evening. I'm hugely honoured to be part of the launch of this group and a national group, and I think it's really exciting times for all of us, those of us who have been out for the last few years and those of you who are coming along this evening and dipping your toes for the first time. So if you were to tell the story of disabled people over the last few years, particularly since this government came to power, it's been one of savage and brutal attacks right across the board. We've seen disabled people's jobs, disabled people's incomes, their benefits, the social care, housing, education, all under attack. This government has left no safe haven. All the traditional pillars of support have been whipped away from disabled people, including social care. Housing has been under attack, disabled people's organisations, local authorities, disabled people's jobs, and all the other things which have given disabled people some semblance of independence within the community over the last few years. And you would have thought that these attacks are actually made victims of us all, but you'd be wrong. Because what we found is that disabled people were one of the first groups to respond and confront this government through the streets, through direct action and civil disobedience. And what we've seen is an escalation over the years from a few dozen people protesting outside Atos HQ back in 2010, right up to driving Atos out of the work capability assessment by dozens and dozens of simultaneous protests right across the country in 2014. And within a month of that action, Atos were gone. And it shows you the kind of power that a civil disobedience direct action movement can have. And that's what we're here today for, to talk about what power we have and how we're going to use it. And if you're here for the first time, take some confidence in the fact that a lot of people have been waiting for you, and we've been building for you, and there is a momentum. There is an opportunity to build on the good work that has gone before. And in order to do that, you're going to need to be fearless. You're going to need to get involved with groups like Momentum, with groups like DPAC, www.dpac.uk.net. Go along, have a look. But also, you need to get involved in your own communities. You need to organise. You need to listen to the people that are around you, in your street, in your workplaces, using the same services as you. And you need to collectivise your response. Don't be afraid to go out and take risk, to create the kind of spaces where your voice is the important one, where you get to change the narrative. Create the kind of spaces which are fearless, which are confrontational and fun, which are enjoyable for the people there and really uncomfortable for the people that they're targeted at. Make sure that you are using the infrastructure and the networks and the resources that have gone before, that are existing already, and bring in new ideas. Don't be afraid to bring something fresh, to change things up, and to develop this movement into something that's really powerful and will continue to challenge the state and continue to challenge the Tory government and all its austerity cuts and its whole neoliberal agenda. We're on to something big here, and this is a really important moment. And we can only realise the power of it by taking action. We must continue to wield the power that we have created on the streets. We must continue to use that as the cutting edge for change. Change is possible, and you're the ones that can make it happen. So please, if you take one thing from tonight, it's to be fearless. Go out there, do what you want to do with others in a safe, fun and challenging way, and bring about change and be the agents for that happening yourselves. Solidarity.